Hello, everyone. Welcome to Python Challenge for All. So let's see what we're doing. So we first did visualizing colorful Mandelbrot set, which is easy, right? Just one simple iteration starting from any number C, complex number C. We do this calculation, and when the distance from the origin is over 2, it's called divergent. And depending on the time for number of iterations before divergence, we color it. And this is what we got in the first place. And then we did last time in lesson 146, try to do it that we can zoom in or zoom out as we click the image. So we have this. Okay, let's do this. Let's see the code. So 146, it's like this. Initially, it draws Mandelbrot set, start with the center point here. And then as we click, we can zoom in uh, after their respective calculation. As we can see, zoom in these dragon like shape, or when we zoom out, we can move to any other points for as we want. Okay, so what we're gonna do today? So we're gonna do a very similar another fractal geometry, which is called Julia set. Okay, and do the same thing, zoom in and zoom out with clicking. Okay, so core computation of the Julia set is very close to Mandelbrot set. Iterate the formula is z prime equals z squared plus Julia. Julia is the initial complex constant. So instead of adding c, the starting point, we add any complex constant, which is initially given for, which is same for across the entire grid. So let's change it to Julia. So uh, let's resave it. That's 146. 147 it should be. 147 Julia. Okay. Clickable Julia set. Okay. Okay. Then what should we do? Then next, all other escape time steps the same. So actually, that's the same. Okay, what kind of modification do we need? Size is the same, and the max n is same. For maybe a little speed up, let's change it to 50 instead of 150. Okay, let's change it. So C, instead of C Mandel, we call it C Julia. And we have here, instead of adding C, the initial point, we put complex number Julia, which will be defined globally, okay? And other things are the same, basically. Instead of draw Mandel, we call draw Julia. And instead of calling C Mandel, we call C Julia. And on call should be changed to draw Julia. And the initial drawing should be the same, draw Julia. So what is different is we need to give global constant Julia in the beginning. So when we start here, maybe we put input statement, which prompts for x and y separated by space. Okay, and like this. And then we get jx, jy as the output of float s for s in the input string. But before that, we need to split it using split uh, method. Okay, so this will make initialize the drawing with the view centered at the origin. Okay, yeah, that's one thing we should do first. So in the beginning, we need to start center X and center Y as 0 and 0. Okay, let's define initial value for center X and center Y as, yeah, instead of this, we define it as 0, 0. Okay, that's fine. 0, 0. Okay, and other thing is, what's next? Prompt the user to input the real and imaginary parts of the complex constant Julia upon startup. Okay, this is what we're doing. Pause and split the input string into floating point numbers like this. Okay, this, oh, we have already done this. So this Jx and Jy will have real part and imaginary part of the constant Julia, okay, after input. And then we give it to, yeah, we make complex constant Julia, which is complex of Jx and Jy. This is all, actually, hopefully. Okay, just in case, let's print f, say, imp. Let's say imp. I don't know. Yeah, imp goes to like, yeah, starting x and jy. Yeah, jx and jy, respectively. We don't need this parenthesis. Okay. And lastly, we will print as Julia. Okay, so this will be a good starting point. And this will define Julia. And just Julia will be referred to in the draw Julia function here. Let's see, where is it? Okay, here. All right. I hope it works this way. So let's draw it anyway with, say, initial value of, say, negative 0.4 and positive 0.6. By the way, let's check what Julia set is. Sorry. Yes, if you go to Wikipedia, you can see the explanation about Julia set. So depending on any of these starting real part, starting imagine complex constant, we will have different shapes. Okay, so we will first see any the simplest one, which is like yeah, for example, shall we plot 0.4? Yeah, okay. Anyway, so let's try negative 0.4 and 0.6. So when we run it, we can input negative 0.4 and positive 0.6. So separated by space. Should this work? Oh, see Julie. There is some misspelling in here. Okay, Julie. Sorry about that. So we should copy this and let's run it again. Okay, great. So it shows very interesting shape. So we can try. Yeah, of course, again, we can zoom in as we click any place on the figure and see the details of the fractal geometry. Okay, or click out, zoom out. Okay, good. So you can try yourself with many different patterns for like negative 0.8, positive 0.156. That will give another one. Let's try that. So it says negative 0.8 space positive 0.156. Let's try this. Very interesting dragon shape. Okay, good. I hope you like it. If you click, yeah, to see the whole figure, it's like this. Okay. If you like the size, yeah, of course, you can change it as you like. The initial um, size to be instead of 1.2, maybe you can draw 1.5. Okay, what's the next one? Of course, uh, 0.285 and 0.0001. Okay, so you can try 0.285 space 0.01. Okay, this will give another shape. Okay, yeah, so this should be somewhere here. I guess it's like this, okay, or zero point 0.0 or 0.1. Okay, yeah, very interesting shape and a very interesting, um, like this. Here is another dragon shape. Interesting shape. So I hope you try all these as you input or zoom in, zoom out. Okay. I hope you enjoyed it and come back again for another drawing. Bye bye.